Welcome back, purveyors of the odd, the unusual, and the off meta. Today, I'm keeping it up with Dr. Mortimer. Honestly, the plan was just to make one video, but I've kind of just fallen a bit for the Doctor. The deck plays in a very interesting way. I would like to take this opportunity to go over that a bit, and then we'll get straight into gameplay with, you know, a real test on what the deck can do. So first of all, what is Dr. Mortimer? He's an assassin hero. He has the ability to tap to cure a disease an opponent controls, which is Blood Red Pox, Frailty, and Inertia, at least for now. And if you do, you create a silver token. This is generally the ability we're focusing on, but when it comes down to it, he also has another ability, attack reaction, tap, destroy 2 silver. So you farm silver off of diseases, and then you turn silver by tapping 2 and destroying 2 into go again. Nicely it says target assassin attack. There is no condition. Stealth, contract, doesn't matter. So we could run a hybrid build. Currently what I've been finding a lot of success with is contract. We are on all contract attacks, command and conquerors, persuasive prognosis, which is really our only other attack card. Admittedly, it only really can get through shreds, so it's not usually hitting, but it still can force out blocks. Double gems, Heart of Faendal and Plague Hive both ground value really well, so we will get into these late game grindy scenarios. Often we can be far behind on life, and then we just start gradually grinding back our value by generating silver, gaining life, chipping away with blood rots. So what are we using silver for? Of course, main use is Graven Gloves, which we will be rebuying every chance we get. In the case of fatiguey matches, we can also grind with Mask of Perdition to deal more deck damage, which lets us banish extra cards on hit. But mainly it's just Graven Gloves buyback, and then when we need to shift, we use the attack reaction to go wide. Mortimer functions as a mid-range, like a heavy mid-range, heavy defensive mid-range assassin. In many ways, similar to the way RKO functions as a defensive brute. If you've played some RKO or played against RKO, you might be familiar with this concept where you're often pivoting between attack and defense. You might block out as if you were a fatigue deck one turn. You might send an entire hand on offense the next. So we're doing the same thing here. Our hero power enables this. Some matches we will only buy defensive value off the silver. Some matches we will only buy offensive value. Cards, just general good contract cards, trying to run the best. Mutually Assured Destruction. I'm on the fence about this card. It's very good. It getting damage through, but it's mirrored damage. It hits us too. So that's a bit of a problem. And we can play around it by holding a blue, but that's not always easy to predict. At the moment I'm on 2. My plan is just to really pitch stack them with some good attack reactions to the bottom to close out games that are close, since the damage it gives is almost unavoidable. Codex of Frailty, of course. I am not on other codex. I will eventually give Codex of Bloodrot a test, but it hasn't really worked out the way I'd like it to. Shreds, Spreading Plagues, some Overcrowdeds, some Ripple Aways, Surgical Extraction, and Under the Trapdoor. Out of the side, we bring in Enlightened Strikes, Frailty Traps, Inertia Traps, Pummels, Shelters, Amulet of Echoes, Unmake the Underlings, depending on what matchup we're facing, an Armor Suite. We're running Attack Reaction Dagger, Armor Dagger, and Attack Dagger. So these 3 basically cover most of the meta right now. Certain decks can mostly dodge them, but that's fine. They're kind of needed just to pitch into and enable our wide turns anyways. AB3 with Spell Void 1 gives us some range against Cecilia. And of course, the star of the show, the real reason to play this deck. I mean, we all know Mortimer's far, far away and likely to have many more cards revealed for him. But Viral Diffusion is just such a card that it makes the deck Honestly, I think this deck would be ProQuest viable if I could play it. This is a defense reaction. It's a trap, which is why we're on triple onto the trapdoor, to just basically make 6 viral diffusions in a long game. It says, on defense, make a frailty, inertia, and blood rot. So you can see this as arguably a 6 block, 5 block, 4 from the defense reaction, 1 from the frailty. Doesn't always line up that way. And then 2 more value from damage from blood rot. So it's a 7 value, 3 pitch card, equivalent in that case to staunch response for 1 more. I guess it would be equivalent to unmovable. Now, that doesn't sound as great, but the way the value is broken up makes it a whole other matter. Frailty can sometimes contribute more than 1 in value. Inertia can take 3 more. So then we go into 3 value, 10 maximum. And blood rot pox can win close games. So the way the value is broken up means that you don't really need a 7 attack or 10 attack sent at you to gain the value, which is a big difference from removable, which kind of can only be played into big attack decks. With viral diffusion, we can kind of flex it into any deck. It hits aggressive decks, it hits defensive decks, and it hits warriors and stuff extra hard. So, incredible card, really the star of the show here. Other than that, I guess the other star of the show would just be the double gems and the way they grind value in this deck. And then Mortimer's ability to just rebuy Engraving Gloves over and over. Looks a bit like Huntsman, plays a bit like Huntsman, but the big difference here is that our main goal is not to fatigue. Sometimes we'll fatigue, but the contract is truly just providing silver for us. If the game grinds out, we can fatigue, but that's not the primary goal. And we are converting Engraving Gloves onto defense in a mid-range sense, where we're just kind of keep up life tempo. As we drag the game on, and we kind of drag the game into the muck in many ways, and our opponent's deck starts faltering in value, especially with all the disruption, we generate so much inertia over the long game that they have a hard time pitch stacking, because they often send cards they don't want to bottom. And then they'll end up with a lower value deck at the end, which is definitely the place where the deck thrives. So anytime the margins are close, we're both on low life, the deck is excellent at getting that extra little bit of damage in, taking the right cards, preventing and reacting and all. And in that, the deck provides a very unique angle. All assassins are good at low life situations, but this one is good at low life both on defense and on offense. And many times you can come into an end game scenario down 10 life, and you just grind it right back from there because of the way the deck is built. It just keeps grinding value over and over. Anyways, I think that this is much easier to represent actually in game, but I wanted to go over what makes the deck special, why I consider this to be a deck with potential, and why I think that this is worth looking at now, even before all the spoilers round out the deck. Once the spoilers come out, I'm sure the deck might change. I would expect this to improve and certain card choices to pivot. But I do think that this is solid enough that it's likely going to be a base moving forward. All right, let's play a Viscerai first. Into Viscerai, I like my AB on my weapon. I do like Scale Peeler or Spider's Bite. Either works. Let's go Spider's Bite. Crown, all good there. We're going to go Viral Diffusion, Inertia Traps, Frailty Traps. They all work here. A Shelter, 2 Shelters, and a Pummel. So one cheeky Pummel just to push through some effects, push through a CNC or something, and then most of the defensive suite. So there's a couple of Viscerai lists running around. I think the more popular one is the kind of room-gatey one. We'll see if that's what they're running. There's also the red line that has been bouncing around a bit. All right, Room Blight Incantation. Probably the room-gatey one. Banish to Room Chant of Greed. Okay. I think here we want to blood loss, pitching this, and expecting shred to make it hit. Fine. All right. No reactions. Double banish. Gave him a Kate? Yeah. So, of course, one of the interesting situations here into Visceri is that we kind of help them. But that's fine because we convert our value on defense. We're okay with them going a little wider than normal. And then if we spike their blood rot, we can end up just kind of gradually wearing them down, which is our plan anyways. We'll see how it goes. All right, he's flipped. So we can expect 2 attacks here. I would most likely here just, I'm taking the rune chance because I don't have any blues. It's fine. And comes widespread ruin. It's just natural go again. There's no on hits. I think, let's see. Do I want to block like this? Or do I just take it? Yeah, I'm going to block with Annihilate the Armed. Sure. So we're getting called. Taking 2. Yep. Called. Okay. You can have a spreading plague. I should block this out, otherwise he just keeps making them. That's fine. Blocking with shred and gloves. We can bring back gloves on my turn. I was planning on using it offensively, but opponents has definitely started this game a bit aggressive. So I'm going to just send a Leave No Witnesses and see if that banishes something. All right, we got there. Yes, all right. So we just turned on another Blood Dead attack. But as I said, it's sort of the game plan into this hero where they're going to just be rune gating us. It's fine. We mostly just have to play defense with a little bit of offense in between. We don't want 7 Sin Nebula to hit. Yeah, okay. Malefic Incantation in. Sonata. Yeah, this is just playing old school Visceri. I like it. It's cool. It's cool. He's flipped back too. Interesting. Most Visceris I feel are sticking on the go again side, but I feel like this is the correct play. So kudos, opponent. I like it. Immediately flips back. Gives it go again. We're gonna take him. This is 6. This is from Arsenal or from Banish. My play will be Annihilate into Plunder. Arsenal already dead if not needed. So I'm just going to do Viral Diffusion here. So here we get a block 4 with the extra bunch of value. Yeah, Funeral Moons, that's fine. What's his Blood Debt? It's a Corrupt and Conquer. Okay, he actually needs to play that out. Tunic, Sonata again. All right, I'm intrigued. Pitching out because he wants to go get something expensive. Means I guess he's not swinging again. So no sword coming in. Here we will convert value on defense. Always wait for your opponent to commit their hand and then pop an inertia. Once they've committed their hand because they're going to get inertia, you take the inertia out and you gain value. He loses 3. Now we get to send. What do I want to send? Already dead? Annihilate the Armed. Let's just send Annihilate the Armed. Sure. So these little trades is just the way we win. We nickel and dime our value away. As our opponent does all these crazy interactions and stretches their deck to the limit while pitching away all this stuff. This is go again, and it's coming in for 5. I think I'm pitching here. Because the Codex I don't want to block with. And then I get to do this with Plague Hive, and maybe get an Inertia. Yep, you go. Inertia. block like this. What if he sends 7's a Nebula, though? I'll just block 2. And then I have the option of pivoting into... Yeah, I think that works. I'll block 2, take 3. A Rune Gate, alright. Arcanite Shard, cool. Corrupt and Conquer, huh? Do I give up my Plunder the Port? Yeah, I think I do. So here... I block more if I take the Rune Chance? No, I don't, because it's 3 of them. Alright, let's go back. So what do I want to do here? I think the play is Codex. Thinking. So the play is Codex for sure. We could draw an attack. If we draw an attack, it becomes worth it to go into the attack reaction. But is that good? What if we don't draw an attack? This is a lot of damage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pitch. I'm gonna block with Crown. We could still draw an attack. We didn't. Okay, that's fine. Oops. Gotta get our silver, because we're rebuying Graven Gloves. So every turn cycle that it looks like we're losing life, we're also gaining 2 off of Graven Gloves. Which is just hilarious. Give me back my gloves. Alright. Then we do this. The opponent can face Purgatory. I don't care. We close chain. We Codex. We wish we had a CNC. Leave no witnesses could be good. Do we care? What's he going to get back? A Corrupt and Conquer, maybe? Most of his attacks are pretty bad out of the arsenal. Maybe open the gates. So, actually, I think it is just excessive blood loss. Shatter. Okay, that makes sense. Swing in with excessive blood loss. Intend to take 2 cards and 2 silver, maybe? Just 1 silver, but got a Rune Chant. Prognosis is not good. It's fine. I can toss it out. It's a okay 1 card. Okay. In comes Shout of Ursa for 1. Call. I'm actually considering Flexors here, but he's not going to be able to turn on. Yeah, let's just do Overcrowded. Oh, wow, that blocks 4? Oh, whatever. I forgot that there were that many tokens. Brace Sit. Your next attack gets +2. You may play a Rune Chant from Banish. Sure, as I said, we're mostly helping him. This is not going to have go again. Right? What got... It has go again. Okay. Alright, then we just do this. Yeah, at this point, I'm absolutely popping flexors. Opponent is popping off. Pretty cool. Yep. Here, have another inertia. I'll take one of those. Yes. Here. Give me some armor. I'm just doing this to clear out my arsenal in case I draw Codex. There's one more untracked. Gate to Arathiel. Nice. So he missed. Well, not gonna lie, Visceral feels pretty good too. We'll all be living in terror of him until we actually see what the final deck looks like. But it's definitely interesting. Yeah, I will take one. He didn't call. Okay. Here. Here, I'll just block two. Don't have aura tokens for him to banish, so it doesn't matter. This is 4. All right. Leave no witnesses. Opponent is just entirely too happy to let me banish his stuff, with good reason, I guess. Runeblade Incantation, Runeblade Incantation, Deadwood Dirge. So then what? Runegate? Yeah, Runegate. Alright. Taking the Arcane. I drew all red again. He's going to have the 7 Sin Nebula. Kind of unfortunate the way this lined up, actually. Here. Give him a Frailty. Remove the Frailty. So after they swing is another good time to do Frailties. No witnesses again. I'm just going to push damage at this point. Widespread Ruin. Yeah, I actually don't want to give him another attack right now. I might still, but... There, that's fine. Elegy is not... Runegate? No, it is Runegate. Well, have your Runegate chain. Sorry, Viscerai. My bad. But guys, we drew blues. We can pitch. I mean, you're still gonna get your stuff, unfortunately. taking 3. Didn't realize he had another action point. That's on me. Taking 3. Do I block here? No, I have to start presenting kills. I think. Heal 1, sorry, 2. And then send back excessive blood loss. Cool. Opponent blocks. 2 more rune chants. I think. Wait. Let me revert to start of this turn. Hold priority. Ripple away. See, there's a cool little trick. Your opponent needs Rune Blight Incantation to feed him rune chants. You can do that. Race Sin. Does that make a rune chant? No, but it plays out one from the banish. That card is good. I have to say, that card is really good. So this is 1. And what is this giving? Draw a card. Wow. 1 and 4. 1 and 5. We take the 1. Goodness. I don't think we're living through this, guys. This is rough. Here. Let's do this. Well, this means I have to use my codex. Pain. Oh wait. We'd only take 1. I can not block it. What am I talking about? Yeah, 1, and then 1 here. Go to 1. Man, this guy's deck has been popping off. I don't know if it's the list or what, but it's been nice. Leave now. All right. He's protecting his arsenal, finally. Let's leave him with that frailty and hold priority on the beginning of turn. That's a good one. Ooh, it's an all trap hand. Okay, all right, we can make this work. We can make this work. If this attacker surfs this, it gets go again. Yep. All right, we don't need to hold priority anymore. Give him another royalty. Makes another rune chant. Does this go again? Again? He's only gonna have 1 rune chant, so thinking. Did he banish? He didn't, so this doesn't have go again, right? Do we want to... Sorry. No. So again, no banish. All right, we'll shelter. No. could just block 2 and then Arsenal overcrowded, but I think I like this better. Because we take his Arsenal. We deal 2 damage, most likely. Cure Frailty, get back gloves. Okay, he did pay. Alright, that's fine. Gloves. Those don't do anything. We have another viral. Alright, that's 6. That's not bad. Okay, I want to do this. Eulogy. All right. So we're doing this. We're going to cure him of a frailty. We're going to take a card. See, this is what I was talking about. You get into the muck with Dr. Mortimer, and you can grind out some games. Yep, we got another trap. You can grind out some crazy games with this guy. Alright, reduce to enchant banished, pitching. What's he playing? Command and conquer, so no reactions. That's fine. He can't attack. This is this better or is this better? I think this is better. Under the trapdoor, by the way, it's a reaction except when it's not. So yeah, I think this is better. We send Plunder the Poor. They're free to block out if they want, but they won't, and then they'll die. GG, most likely. Yep. That's how you win with Mortimer. Again, I think our opponent's deck was running at rather peak efficiency. There were very few turns that they really failed to do something. And we got there in the end. A great showing of how resilient this deck can be and how it just grinds and grinds and grinds. We never threatened to set 10 damage. We never sent 2 attacks because we're on defense. So when you're playing against a deck like this, you're going to want to be really fully defensive. It becomes really a matter of converting the gloves every turn if that's what it takes. But hey, crazy deck. I think that first game really was a showcase of how when games get very close, the deck just shines. You know, as your opponent gets you to 1, and then you just hold on and hold on and hold on, and turn after turn, and then you start taking their cards and dealing damage on their turn. The blood that takes them down. The blood rot takes them down. By the way, while the next game queues up, how do you guys keep hydrated and well-fed during tournaments? I hope everybody that watches this knows that it's really key to be, you don't need to be 1,000% on a tournament, but you definitely should be. It's the same deck. I'm gonna dodge. I don't want another Viserai. Riptide. Ooh. I feel like I'm you, but better. This could be cool, especially if he's running the bow that stops D-reacts. This could be interesting. Sure, let's do it. Good luck, have fun. I'll go first, I think. Let's play grindy. Let's stop D-reacts. Like that. Okay. E-strike. Inertia. I guess we do want that. And frame the virals. I'm gonna go up a blue. Not gonna run frailty traps. Am I? Yeah, I don't want to go too hard on playing traps here. Okay, it's barbed castaway, which means he's going to be able to set up turn 0. In that case, do we dagger here? I think I have to do at least one dagger. Here. Interesting. I mean, if he didn't block the first, why would he block the second, right? And now it would just be annoying. I'm interested. The opponent seemed very concerned that I would buff my persuasive prognosis. He had a pitfall trap. Interesting. He's just filtering out of hand. We can do this. We arsenal Thunderclap. Well, with Riptide not being on the arrow that concerns me, this match should be much more manageable. Yeah. Not going to give you Bolt and Shot, but alright. You can recharge as an instant. Okay. Second Bolt and Shot. Interesting. If he sends it, I block 3. I don't mind him hitting. Oh, he ponders. Alright, I do mind him hitting then. Sorry. I'd rather keep him off of Arsenal this turn, since I'm not going to be attacking Arsenal. Plunder the poor. Okay, he's blocking out. I'm assuming with this. Blocking 4. Cool. We'll take that. So, unlike last game where we were on full defense, here we're going to get more of a chance to see the deck playing mid-range and pivoting. Fletcher Red Tail. Okay. Red cards get -1 defending this. Okay. Aim with -1 on red cards. Oh, that's annoying. Well, I mean, it's only going to defend. It's not going to defend as much as I'd like. Still defends 4. And then we're taking some damage, but they're taking some damage. Don't worry, friend. I will heal you. The doctor is in. I shall heal your inertia, since it's so useful. Riptide takes 2 off Blood Red Pox. We do 1. We do Blood Loss. Doesn't seem to be playing heavy on the traps. It seems to be more of an aggressive aim build. That's probably also good for me to know. We'll see. He might just be on the good ones, the two good blue traps, the one that resets attack and the one that hits go again and discards hand. But I will show him who the real trap master is. Infecting shot. I don't. I'm gonna do mask and we'll hope to hit a lot of stuff. I want to do this first since I know it's a red on top. Cool. Hit 3 cards. Get to do another viral infection this turn and then rebuy. I would probably go with rebuying hat since I'm playing a long game grind. Affecting shot for 6. Heal frailty. See if they take 2 from the blood rot. They do. Equip mask. I'm not going to equip gloves. I want to turn with the ability to double contract. Dread Eye, huh? There's the other trap. So Buzzsaw Trap is in the list, but I know where it is. Aim, infecting, immobilizing shot. So that means we're not going to be able to double hit. If we do this, what happens? I mean, he's getting a Ponder. I had a cool play lined up. But I think this is just what we have to do. Because otherwise I'm losing heart. I don't want to lose heart. I'm okay with losing everything else in that hand, but not heart. Sucks. No. And then just pass. No arsenal again, so no reason to send, leave no witnesses. I can just keep asking Riptide to present enough threat. That is his 3rd Premeditate. He is good at drawing them. Okay, Remorseless. No D-reacts from Arsenal. And actions will cost 1 hit for 1. Do I want to block this? What would it take? I mean, I am able to do this and then do leave no witnesses into Codex with another leave no witnesses. It's not as cool as I'd like. Here, let's reconsider. What are the other options? I get hit with Remorseless. Yeah, you actually think I do want to get hit with this. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm pretty liberal with my undo use in Talus Shards. It's a lot more obtuse than playing, and when you play on like in paper. So this would be already dead. dagger into already dead and to leave no witnesses. Arsenal Codex. Okay, let's do that. We lose 2 life, which is fine. They do seem to be very heavily on attacks, so I'm gonna hit that. Tar pit. Okay, so no on hit. Take 1. Let's do this. Take 1. There's no on hit, man. Attack reaction. Give go again. Another tar pit trap. Wow. Does this attack action card hits? Well, I'm still sending it, right? I still want to get it out, and I'll trade 1 damage for 4. Yeah, no on hit, we know. To Arsenal Codex. We have a Command and Conquer engrave? We don't. Damn. Already dead, leave no witnesses, excessive blood loss. Okay. So what do I want to do? Good dagger, spreading plague. And then Codex into an excessive blood loss. I don't think that's great. It's probably just better to do this. We're pitch stacking a bit. So again, this is a much grindier matchup. I'm not really needing to depend that heavily on silver. Well, it's not a red. Would have been nice to get a red, but it's a really good blue to hit. Frail swing line. Give me a frailty? Okay. That means my Codex swing back is not great. Gets an aim, hemorrhaging boar. 5, 8. Let's block Lightning Strike. Viral Diffusion. That stops the attack. I'm sure you can see the value. Heal their inertia. They take 2. We just send leave no witnesses. Get a silver. Pass turn. I wasn't going to risk mask. I felt like they could still be running D-reacts. I mean, I'll be more confident about that a little further down. We've got another frailty trap. Now we can Codex much more comfortably. Alright. Cool one, opponent. I'm definitely not stopping that. Okay with them taking Codex. So here's what we're doing. They are taking Codex for sure. Yes, this works because it's not from hand, it's from banish. Let's see, what is the on hit here? Banish card face down from their hand, beginning of sentence they return to hand. Blood Rub Hawks, the end of turn, next end phase, they discard their hand. I could just pitch it to the bottom. I think I'm okay with that. Let's just do that. Take 2. Get a Blood Rot. Seek and Destroy triggers, Stain Rain triggers, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Yeah. So, heal them of inertia because we're kind. We're nice people. Do I want Raven Gloves? Yeah, I do at this point. Then we do Codex. I could go for one of the bigger attacks with Tunic, but I think it's just leave no witnesses and pressure whatever they arsenal. They got back a blue infecting, so they're just going to give it up. Yeah, that makes sense. If they're going to give it up, I will give Mask, because here it is worth it. They are signaling that they are going to accept the loss. I could not remove it, but I just should because Trench means that it doesn't matter. Okay. Leave no witnesses. Okay, that hit a red. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I will ponder first in case I hit a blue. Yeah, seek and destroy. Theirs first. Then ponder, then Blood Rot. Do not want to pay. Arsenal this. Release tension means no dereact from Arsenal, so not getting my inertia trap off. Got it. Endless Arrow for 9. So what are we doing? We are doing basically nothing. The only way... I actually think it is worth this hitting. We inertia trap them, so Endless Arrow hitting doesn't matter. Seek and Destroy is fine. I don't really care about losing that. Do I? I don't think I do. We get to cure their frailty. And inertia bottoms the Endless Arrow. We equip Mask of Perdition. And then we just send Already Dead. Do I want to do Mask? I don't. I don't think that's a good idea. They can take 3. We banish a couple of cards. Don't get any silver though. We defend. How? Yeah, I was going to say. All right. Yeah, that game was going our way. We were not going to lose that. We could probably fatigue them or just kill them. Either way, it wasn't, we weren't getting there. Opponent was on way more traps than it looked like at the beginning. He just was... Okay, pendulum traps even. Yeah, interesting. All right, so another easy showing of Mortimer. Let's do one more. Okay, so into Hala. We want to go second. We want, I think Mask is good. We don't want the attack one. We want Frailties, Inertias, Viral Effusions, Shelters, and a Pummel. I'll go up 1 blue. So we're playing Mask here just on the off chance it's a fatigue hollow. Do I want to inertia or frailty here? I think inertia is good. Yes, you get to sigil. Do you have another one? I'm going to let the inertia trigger. So here, of course, my opponent is not able to deploy a full hand, so it's worth the use of actually letting inertia pop. Here we go, Scale Peeler into Nerve Scalpel, into Leave No Witnesses, Arsenal Viral Diffusion, and convert our hand with just Disruption. Admittedly, there is no Arsenal, so it's not as good as there were, but we still want to take it. Always leave with Nerve Scalpel, just to freeze Valiant Dynamos. Sorry, to Scale Peeler, just to freeze Valiant Dynamos. So Leave No Witnesses won't get anything in the Arsenal because we inertiaed them on turn 0, but it's still annoying. It still takes a card from deck, and it gets us to Leave No Witnesses in the grave, which is important. We now have CNC Leave No, which is like the ideal codex lineup. We do play to pitch stack codexes, but it's not like Huntsman where you're trying to save them all to the end. Here we're just kind of playing them out and then pitching some. Yeah, I'm not going to mask. It's not worth the value. Yep, as expected. Yeah, you got it. Sharp Incline for 4. What do I want to do here? So I could viral. I would get... I think I'm just happy to do this. We get our Mask of Perdition value. We swing Already Dead with a Shred backup, just in case he throws Violent Dynamos in the mix. It's unlikely that this will happen, but sometimes they block with Dynamos. And if you can get them with Already Dead, you do the puffin thing. And I would know. I do the puffin thing. That's probably Dynamos. All right. You better be de-reacting, friend. You better be de-reacting again. He may not be aware of this. All right, well, guess no need for Shred when we're just getting free Dynamos. Hey, I'm going to take it. It's a bit mean. If my opponent were there, here, I'll ask him if he wants to undo. I don't mind. Because he probably doesn't have enough de-react, so. Do you want to undo? Like, I'm happy to have a more balanced game. It's not like I de-reacted or anything, so he had no additional information. Everything was up on the table. Let's see. Okay, cool. So let's undo, undo, and undo. All right, so Already Dead pitching Codex. So this Codex, of course, didn't line up. Okay, so yeah, so he's just blocking. I think I might pop Mask here. No problem. No problem, opponent. Yeah, I'm going to pop Mask. There's a decent chance we hit and actually get 2 silvers here. I think we already knew that one of them wasn't, but... Perfect. We get 2 silvers. Yeah, that works. Look at this ugly as heck hand. Any other hero, this would be the brickiest hand. Instead, it's just kind of awesome. I get to Surgical Shred and Diffusion. Flurry. Oh, the value. It's such good value. Mortimer is very good into warriors in most cases. Just in case I didn't make that very clear. 3? Is this an attack? Oh, he's going to pay Blood Rot. Wow. Oh. Undid. Okay, I'm just going to try to pop a Frailty. Okay. Well, now I know. So he's playing for long game and damage prevention. Interesting. Yes, we want Mask of Perdition. Let's do... Do I want to take armor or D-reacts? I think armor is ideal here. Since it provides the easiest way to block out surgical. We send surgical. They might give Reverent Brace, Weir Brace, and a card from hand, which would signal no D-react, which means I would go for this. Opponent's in the tank. We are presenting questions. Oh, wow. Is he just going to react? Yeah, I'm not going to risk that. So, let's see. I don't think I want to mask. I haven't gained the value off of it. I'm just going to shred, and if they have the D-react, they have a D-react. Okay, they didn't. We hit a blue, and then we hit another blue. Do I want the silver? Do I want to brick a turn? I'm okay with them swinging. I'll take the silver. Passing? Is that intended? Because it's really good into my hand. Okay. Interesting. No, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. That's what I thought. Like, they have a playable hand. Alright, and then do we meet it with another viral diffusion, I think. Thinking. I mean... they're not on... Yeah, this is a low damage turn. I think I can just do this. They're also not on any of the, like, effects. Like, they don't have any on hits because of the equipment loadout they picked. So, I'm very okay with this. Just swinging back for 1. Don't think you meant to do that. Or to start a turn. There. Have your turn. Zenith Blade for 3? Yeah. Dwayhala. Zenith Blade for 4. That makes more sense. Alright. This is going to be a good turn. So... just do this. CNC. Rude, but you got it. I'm not going to block that out. Do I? No, that's fine. I'm okay with losing that. It's a lot of value, but I want my offensive turn. Just to show what can be done on Dr. Mortimer. Yeah. I'm giving them chances to D-react, basically to determine if I should do what I'm planning on doing. Cool. So we get an Unsheathed, and we get a Swordmaster Shine. I figured it was a Swordmaster Shine with how they were playing last turn. And we Plunder the Poor. I'm going to Masker Perdition here. Okay, they do have 2 prevention. All right, that's fine. I guess I should have Master Perdition on the first one. Oh well, it's on me. Missed some silver. So what I wanted to do was double banish off the top here and Plunder the Port, and both contracts would trigger, which would have maximized silver value. But they did have a nice cover. Command and Conquer. Thinking. So I can do that. I can deploy this fully on offense. I think I will. I'm just going to block 1, because I'm going to want to bring that back later. They don't have an arsenal, though. Actually, that does change things. Yeah, let's actually do... I'm actually going to block. Just damage. All right, so let's do this. And then this. And we will get back Mask. No, yes. And we are going to give Nerf Scalpel, since Dynamos are not up. My previous plan was actually to do Plunder the Poor, go again, Command and Conquer, which again is the kind of thing you can do on Dr. Mortimer. I don't know. Do I Mask of Perdition? Don't think it's worth it. I want to get the defensive value every time I can. Sure. I'm not getting silvers anyways. Yeah, that would have given a silver. Get to Arsenal of CNC, which is not that relevant because of Crown of Providence. But hey, at some point they've got to lose it. We have Frailty Trap and Inertia Trap for this. Frailty Trap covers the first one. I think I like sending Already Dead here. Do I? I mean, the alternative is send CNC. Yeah, I think that's just better. Now we pop Frailty. Get our silver. I think I'm gonna take gloves. Pitch a cut to the chase to the bottom to close out the game if needed. Send CNC. It's kind of awesome to see in a long game like this, Mortimer successfully buying back 2 pieces of silver armor often. I've seen some people are on the silver weapon, but I really don't think it's worth running Flick Knives, which is what you would need to make that work. Or some other way to, like, you know, buy them back from the arsenal. Or break them so that it works. Hala's going, yeah, Flurry, the normal Flurry double swing for 8. I think my play here is send Plunder the Poor, maybe with a dagger. Arsenal Pummel. How many targets do we have left? So we're down 1, 2, 3, 4. We're down 4, we're down 5 targets. So there's about 10 left. That's fine. Okay, provoke. Sure. Oh, that doesn't block. That's still fine. Still what I would have done. Taking one, losing a card. We're still winning on fatigue. They lose a card to inertia. We send Plunder the Poor. Present them with the opportunity once again to block. I'm assuming this is a D-React. That's fine. If we'd kept the yellow, we would have been able to stop this, but that's just the way of things. They didn't let us with the provoke. Okay, I did not hit the target. This is all defense. Which is fine. Hone for honor. Sharpen. Oh, that's pretty cool. First time seeing that Mastery Pack Warrior card. You know what? Sorry. I will take the damage. I do kind of want to stay below them in life because eventually I'm going to draw my... Yeah, sure. I'm going to eventually draw my Heart of Fandal, and I'd like to get value. And I'm not rebuying this turn anyway, so... I'm just going to take the 4 damage. Scale Peeler. Okay, he's got that. I think I still swing. I just want to clear the Plague Hive out, and it will give something. Exactly, Letter Up Hawks, perfect. We are happy to have an opponent with a Pox. We send Plague Hive to the top, and then we wait. Red Edict. I don't think they wanted to end turn. No, sorry. There you go. Oh, actually, we're at the start of turn. Sorry. Don't give you a flurry. Thanks. So 4. We block with Blood Loss. He again provokes us. Alright. Oh. I don't like this. But yeah, I'll give him my other Spreading Plague. Annoying. But acceptable. He's going to take 2 damage. And then we Tunic and send an excessive blood loss. And we'll see. You'll probably block with Dynamos, Signal, or D-React, which freezes my mask. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to risk it. Alright, it does hit. Take some recursion, that's fine. Alright, here we go. Now we're gaming. I'm probably just going to let everything he does hit. It's going to hurt, but... I mean, I'll block with Mutually Assured Destruction. Unless he just goes wild, in which case, well, you know what this is. How many viral diffusions have we hit? 2. No trap buybacks. Okay, so he's sharpening. He doesn't have the double attack yet. This could be CNC. It's not CNC. So we just block like this. How rude. Annoying. I bad plan. My plan has been ruined. Alright. Maybe now we buy back the card. You know what? Here. Play it out. Respond. Buy roll. Pitch like that. Don't lose any cards in deck. We had such a lovely plan, but at least I get to bottom a mutually assured destruction. I get to beat up frailty and make a silver, and my opponent takes 2 damage. I had such a nice turn too. I guess it should be expected when I need to keep 3 cards that that's not going to happen. Hey, look, it's another trap. It's unfortunately not an attack that works with pummel, so that's still stuck. But that's on me for arsenaling that pummel rather than pitch stacking it. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. We're just biding our time for Tunic to be back up. That's all. Okay. Well, this gets blocked out like so. Look, it's another viral diffusion. Oh, actually, here. Sorry, I want to pitch different. Because the thing is, we do get there on overcrowded. Do we? I think that's fine though, because I still want to keep the rip away in deck. Yeah, we don't. We do take 1, but that's still fine. I'm still okay with that. I'd rather keep the ripple away in deck, honestly. So I miscounted. That makes sense. Okay, we just lose pummel. Sadness. I'd say the punish, but I think I was gonna have that happen in any case. No, I want to pummel. Maybe opponent now thinks I have several. Codex. Oh look, you have a command and conquer. Leave no witnesses. Why'd you put attacks in against me? Nice, gains a life. So this Hala is sort of playing, sort of like they're playing, you know, Ira or something. Cool. Happy to take that. Ponder. Did an inertia trap. I'll accept them having a frailty. Right, what's the change of plans? It's another command and conquer. Hilarious. Graven Garons. I mean, this is a chance for a double attack. I think I take it. It's like this. No, we don't buy that back. We send this. Annihilate the armed. How many of those prevent? He's got 1 left, so let's do the attack reaction thing. All right. Send already dead. All right, popping mask now. He double D reacts me. Nope. Let's do it this way. Already dead. Gets and again gets a glint, and then gets a Edict of Steel blue. Okay, cool. Hey, our old friend Viral Diffusion, number 3 no less. And by number 3 I mean number 5. Ah, ripple away. Where are you when I need you? Okay, this is blocked out as so. So rude, I know. Okay. Opponent says they have to go. I get it. I think I was winning. I think that was very deterministic. They were not going to get there. I'll take it. So they were arsenaling a Brimmy Blade. It's going to the bottom. Again, we just don't let our opponents set up any power turns. They draw blue hand. They draw a blue hand. Not great. They draw okay hand, and then they draw this. His Twinning Blade hand actually gets good with the Brimming Blade, but I think we present enough pressure by then to win. So, this turn, opponent also swings for 4, which we do take. No, we don't. No, we don't. We block 3. We take 1. We make another silver. We buy back by head. We Arsenal Shred. Maybe not, because we're definitely getting up on the Codex turns. Anyways, so a good game, another good showing of the deck. I think you can just see how it kind of grinds out value. I mean, this is a not fatigue, but like definitely much more grindy Hala than most lists, and we're just effortlessly cruising through it, if you ask me. And we're not even to like end game loops where we figure out Heart and Plague Hive, where we are able to just constantly present pain for our opponents, where Mutually Assured Destruction can provide reach, where Codex starts really taking its toll. So, I don't know. Mortimer deck is incredible. I cannot stress enough how much of a pain this deck is for your opponents, how many tools you have, how good you are at like defensive and offensive pivoting, and how much disruption you just gain. You block very well. There's really only 3 2 blocks and 2 no blocks. Everything else blocks 3 or more. So the deck is very functional on defense and also presents good offensive turns when needed. It's mostly disruption, of course. You know, maybe 1 of pummel. So I guess that's 1 more 2 block. But yeah, 4 2 blocks, and then that are intended for late game, and 2 gems that are just pitching. So it's really very rare that your hands block poorly. Overcrowded can block less. I mean, they're really there for the assassin mirrors, but they're very, like, it's very functional to make them block more with inertia tokens and other play arounds. So yeah, that's the deck. Again, I've been very impressed with the power level for a hero that is absolutely in its first few steps. I feel like this is already a fleshed out deck. So, I don't know. We're all going to have to freak out when Mastery Pack Assassin comes out, I guess. Thanks for the watch. I hope to see you next time. I will be doing another giveaway with this video. I'll put that in the description this time so that it's a little clearer. And if you comment on the video, you get a chance of winning a free guide. So, again, I've contacted the person from the last guide giveaway, and I will do the same this time if you comment and subscribe. Thanks for the watch, and see you next video.